Cover Me. You remember that?
Sure.
Sure you do.
Cover Me.
Are there any particular songs that you, from an insider's perspective, really remember and think, you know, that'd be great to have that come out that maybe nobody in this room even knows about?
Yes. Well, are there any unreleased songs, or maybe they were released eventually, that at the time I said, wow, I wish that, in fact, we use microphones, it would be a good idea.
Oh.
Were there any songs that I wished had come out? There was a song that we called, it was recorded during the Darkness on the Edge of Town sessions, and for many years I still have the tape of it, but for many years we referred to it as Bodo Rocker, B-O-D-O Rocker.
Holy shit, that's her name. Her name is Jamie Bodo.
Oh
Bodo.
my God.
How about that? Ours was a kind of contraction of Bo Diddley because it had the same beat as She's the One.
That's freaky.
In any case, I used to play it for my wife, Becky, all the time because it was one of my favorite, very spontaneous songs. One take, and in fact, at the beginning of it, you hear this squeal. And that was Jimmy Iovine, the mogul, who was our engineer at the time, pressing the record button. And in those days with tape, it took a second for it to spool up to speed. So it had to get to the right speed to record it, and so he missed the very first note, and it has this wild effect. It came out probably 20 years later on the Tracks box set, and it was called Going Back.
That's right.
And it was I think it's one of the greatest things the East Band ever recorded. Gary Tallon in particular is a genius on this.
You've played rhythm section, you and Gary, for 40 years now.
Yes.
And have just been one of the all-time great rhythm sections.
Well, thank you. The interesting thing about the E Street Band rhythm section is, for musicians out there, you know, you always hear talk of playing, the drummer hooks up with the bass player or the guitar player plays with the singer. In the E Street Band, we don't do any of that. We all play with Bruce. We're like a flying wedge. That's why it's so powerful. Because I'm not listening. Gary and I are just playing together. We're not listening to each other.
How about that?
Yeah.